Welcome back to another edition of Ego on Break. Dynamite J. Andrews, Mississippi Madman Logan Creed, and a tree.
Yeah, we're not represented by Little Tree.
Yeah, but if they want to be I haven't done this in a while. They want to be an official, unofficial, could be official, possibly official. If they want to be official sponsor, let us know, Little Trees.
Yep, we're always blowing in the wind here.
So yeah, got a lot going on. There was a lot of wrestling. Probably gonna be a lot of complaining out of us. I'm sure we're gonna pull a Jim Cornette and just
I ain't got a lot to complain about.
just wait, just crap and complain about everybody. But hey, it works for him, so maybe it'll work for us.
At least mine. If I hate something, I hate something for a reason.
All right, I got a trivia question for you. You ready?
I'll try.
What does TJP, Fuego, Ray Fury, and Jay Andrews have in common?
Fire?
We all rocking this sweet wrestling over everything t-shirt. It really wasn't trivia. It was more like a cheap plug, but hey, I'm going to take it.
Sounded like it to me, because I damn sure didn't know that trivia.
You got to check out these wrestling over everything shirts. They can be found somewhere on the internet. Definitely on Instagram.
Under something, huh?
Yep. So, yeah, pretty cool.
That was very weird.
Yeah. So.
Very evil.
Yeah, very weird, very evil. Danhausen. Have you watched any Danhausen, anything new? Because I've been slipping, so.
The one I sent you last night was him opening a mask box, and it was literally his face on a actual pullover luchador mask.
Oh, that's cool.
The face itself looked pretty decent, but the hair part was jacked. It looked like, you ever seen like a bad wig and just somebody just teased it? That's what it looked like. But the face part looked awesome, and it said very evil, very good on one side, and up yours on the back. So I thought, personally as a fan, I'd want it.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
The hair part, the hair was pretty rad, pretty bad.
Well, it's hard to get, real fake.
I understand. I wore wigs, so you ain't got to tell me.
Real fake human alien hair, so. Yep.
But yeah, go check out Danhausen. His videos are, they're short, but they're fun. So.
Yeah, it's good stuff for sure. So, we both watched MLW this week?
Yes.
Quick rundown.
Yeah, I can run it down.
Where do you want to stop the thumb?
I enjoyed 2 matches. You enjoyed like 1?
Yeah. Well, 1.5, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't hate any of them. It's just I'm gonna give it like a little above middle. So, first match was Richard Holiday versus Gino Medina.
Yeah, I enjoyed that match. You said you didn't care for it too much.
I mean, it was okay. It's just, I don't know. Like, here's one thing that bothers me. Like, okay, Gino was in the Dynasty, and then we've seen clips of like Richard Holiday walking in, and Gino would be there, and neither one would even acknowledge each other. They never even acknowledge, hey, look, there's another memory of the Dynasty. Then all of a sudden they have a match, and it's like, oh, the Dynasty's exploding, and I'm like, well, they hadn't even been together for 6 months now.
They were only together for like 3 shows, and then COVID hit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So Dynasty. So
I'm like, don't try to make it important when you haven't acknowledged it. I think that hurt it a lot for me.
Yeah, I understand, but I thought the match itself was fine.
Yeah, I mean, it had good stuff in it for sure.
But I really did think they might take that belt and put it on him.
I thought the same thing. I thought that we may get a new champion and Richard Holiday wouldn't be, but I guess we didn't.
But when he won, I honestly didn't know who was going to win that.
Right.
So, but I was surprised. But I thought the match itself was fine.
Then we got a bunch of like backstage interviews and that kind of thing. The best line out of all of those to me was TJP said, who cares about social media outpour? He's like, my pet pig gets more outpour than he does, so I'm supposed to be impressed.
He was Buku Dio.
Buku Dao.
There you go.
Dao.
I'm bad with names, my bad. So you just get used to the bad names with me.
But finish your thought.
But what was I saying? Damn it.
Yeah, so that's what it was. But that was good, and then we hear more about Azteca Underground and the Temple and El Jefe and
TJP was talking about Buku Dao's social media presence. That's what it was. I'm sorry.
And
I kind of zoned off for a minute.
and speaking of Buku Dow, this is just a little sidebar. We were talking about the stuff that Luke Hawks had going on, and I said I thought that was the Azteca stuff.
It's not.
It's not. It's
gonna be a
Heels.
TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the one that's got CM Punk involved in it.
Oh, okay.
It's the one that's got, I guess, the guy from Arrow or whatever.
Yeah.
That guy's involved in it.
I
so-
read more about it when I went to his page. 'Cause I told you I didn't read
Yeah.
it, but it was very interesting.
Yep.
Maybe they do it right. I hope.
Yeah, maybe
I
so.
thought Glow was going to do it right, and they kind of crapped the bed on the final seasons. And they absolutely shut it down, and they're not planning on redoing it.
Right, right.
So,
But back to MLW.
Yeah.
So we get a promo with that. We get some stuff with
Serena De La Renta.
yeah, her, and then we get a little bit of stuff with Myron Reed and Leo Rush.
I can't stand
You know, I know like Leo is supposed to be like a promo guy or talker guy or whatever.
Really? Do you get it?
But I don't like it.
I think he's horrible. And the girl made him look like a midget. And I think Byron Reed is a way better promo than him, and a way better worker than him.
I mean, it
Like,
there's just something about it that's just like
I can't help it, bro.
and I can't put my finger on it. I wish I could put my finger on it, but it doesn't come off well. Like whatever the I'm better than you heel, baby face, you know, bad guy, but I'm everybody's like
I don't get it.
I don't either.
You're gonna have to interview your referee, because I know he's a fan.
Yeah, I just couldn't.
Cornelius Obama.
I mean, I think there's some stuff that he does that is good, but this wasn't. The promo wasn't
No.
the strong suit.
And like I said, him sitting next to her and she towered over him
Yep.
by like that. I was like, man, y'all gotta quit making these guys look way smaller than what they
Mm-hmm.
are. I was like, I thought this was what's the guy in AEW with the dragon?
Marco.
Marco. Looked like him. He looked so small, and I'm just like, this isn't what you
But that's
do.
the gimmick, you know. Like the gimmick is Marco small, so make him look small.
I
but-
know. I'm talking about Leo.
Yeah. I mean, what good Myron did? Myron had a pretty good promo. I enjoyed
Myron's was really good.
But the Leo thing, I just don't get whatever he's trying to put out there. You know.
It felt like a bad rapper promo or
Yeah.
something. I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah. But then we get the not the Hollywood Blondes, the Dirty Blondes.
Dirty Blondes.
We get the Dirty
yeah.
Blondes versus the Los Parks.
It just wasn't a good put together match.
I agree. I mean, it
The
was
styles kind of conflicted with each other.
there again. There was good things that happened in it,
Mm-hmm.
but just on a whole, it just felt like something was missing.
And that's it.
And I've been getting that feeling a lot when I've watched MLW. We haven't watched a ton, but I made an effort to watch the Calvin Tankman and
that match was
Joseph Fatu.
decent. I hated the
But
running
again, it
crap
just
at the
seemed
end.
like something was missing. Like
Yeah.
it just wasn't there. And I don't know if I just had higher hopes for it or, you know, live up to the hype or whatever. But it just seems like just something wasn't there.
And
Like
I like both the guys.
me
That's-
too.
That's
And,
what's
and
up.
it's definitely not a knock on any of it. And it just may be me, you know. But it just when I watched it, I was just like,
I thought the
I just
match
felt let
itself
down. You know what I
was-
mean? I thought it was going to be more.
Well, it would have been more if they didn't do a run in. It seems like every match now has a run in. I was so glad on this show there was no run ins.
Yep.
Well, that's one reason I'd quit watching MLW for a while, because it become the same old predictable crap. We used to work for a federation where every main event show there would be a damn run in, and we hated it.
Well.
And the fans hated it. And then all of a sudden our views or
People,
customers
attendance and-
weren't coming. And then everybody wants to know why. I'm like, well, fuck, every match has a damn run in. You can't do that every show.
Right. And then the final match was Hammerstone versus Judas Messias.
Yeah, or
Mil Maskers.
Mil Maskers.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Man of 1,000 deaths.
Mil Moretti.
Moretas. My bad. Too many damn meals.
Guy that used to be Ricky Banderas.
Yeah, there you go. But the match was good. I really liked it.
Yeah, I mean, it was solid for sure.
One thing I'd say about Mil is he got a hell of a good throwing punch. His punches look great. People need to watch him for his punches.
They may not be worked.
Why not? But damn, if I get to hit you like that and it'll at least look somewhat real, great. I watched a women's match at Mania where the damn striking was just terrible. But they sure slapped the belt on her.
Mm.
So
So I didn't watch any Mania stuff, so I don't really know.
I'm not in no big hurry to talk about Mania unless you want to ask a question.
Nope, I ain't got no questions.
So there you go.
I do. I have a comment. I had a conversation about somebody else was complaining about the matches, and I said, WWE doesn't book matches for people like us.
No, but I told you the opposite though, because there was 2 matches I truly enjoyed.
Okay, well they give you a little bit, but like my preacher's wife is a big wrestling fan,
Okay.
and I'm gonna give you guess what match she was most excited for.
I'm gonna go for one of the women's matches.
Nope.
Really? I don't know.
Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman. That was the match she was most looking forward to.
Wow.
Which, you know what I mean? Like
I
that,
hate each their own,
but that answers a lot. Like, that's the crowd that they're after. The one that's going to buy the pay-per-view, not go, bootleg.
I hate to see Shane on WrestleMania taking somebody's spot.
But
like,
she loved it. Like, that's...
I get it. Like
but because,
I say,
we look at Shane as like, oh, this guy's not a wrestler. She looks at Shane like he's a wrestler. I mean, he's been wrestling for 15 years.
She likes the storyline crap then.
Yep.
And I just want to see like I watched Seth Rollins and Cesaro, awesome match. Sheamus and Riddle, awesome match. I mean, there were some really good matches. Remember some like, what the hell are you thinking? Most of the women's matches were absolutely terrible. I'm sorry. The best one was the Sasha Banks match. If I had to pick a women's match, it was that one. I didn't like some of the spots in the match, but that's just me, I mean, when you're getting gorilla pressed and they're walking up the stairs with you, it just comes off very, very fake, and I hate to use that word.
I mean, it's not. She was showing off her strength,
but it was so stupid. So why don't you climb on the escalator and just ride it?
I swear, if I'm ever in a mall, that's my
so
spot.
dumb, man.
Just take the escalator.
Like, the rest of the match, I had no problem with, but that one spot, I'm like, why did y'all have to do that? Beyond that, I thought it was a good match, really good match.
All right, you watched Ring of Honor, right?
Yes, I did.
Give us a quick rundown of that.
What did I say? Rocky Romero versus Delirious and pure titles. It wasn't
pure
pure title;
match.
it was a pure match. Romero went over.
Okay.
But I mean, excellent match. That's probably the best Delirious match I'd ever seen, to be honest.
Wow.
So, but you
Have
gotta
to watch
realize
that. I'm a Delirious fan. So.
when we saw him, man, think about how long ago it was that he was there, but now he's become the booker.
It was like, somewhere between 15 to 20 years ago. Like,
and he comes out of the woodworks every once in a while if they need some
fills a
spot
spot,
filler, and it's good.
What other matches was it?
Just tag match with
Mexi Squad.
Squad versus shit.
Shane Taylor.
No, not Shane Taylor. It was
Foundation.
Yeah, the Foundation. But it was pure title champion and Jay Lethal.
Okay. Who's going to be in a match?
Yeah,
Coming up, 500th episode.
I think they were trying to get them out there where you could kind of talk about it some. But yeah, it was a decent match until they decided, well, we're going to turn on each other. And I mean, it was like he was holding Jay Lethal like this, and Flamidia, I think it was, went to go for the punch, and Jay ducked down, and he's like, fuck it, hits him anyway. Like, he stopped enough that Jay got out of the damn way, and he knocked the hell out of him, and they start brawling, and the referee's like, and then Jay, I think, threw out one. They got like a roll-up pin. Like, it went from a good match to like, what the hell am I on?
To storyline.
Yeah. So, again, flip that crap around, because the other match would have been the better finish. And that's like 2 weeks in a row I've said it about ROH. But I did come up with a match I'd like to see out of the Delirious thing. Him and Danhausen.
Oh, that could be fun.
Yes. So
very, very weird. Very, very.
Speaking Tasmanian.
I watched the promo, kind of like that Rocky deal, building up to that, and where he's like, "What would I say to Delirious if he was here?" And then he starts talking Delirious, like that's. So now we know who be doing the translations. It's Rocky. Rocky's doing the translations on the.
Because Delirious is doing a promo, and you're literally getting subtitles. And I was
so
like,
you learned something.
Awesome.
Rocky Romero's the one translating Delirious's talk. So that's amazing. The pure. You said they had a pure match or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's do some fantasy booking. Is there guys from past, present, future that that could fit into that, or elevate that, or could benefit from that? Like,
I think so, because I think AEW's got several they're just wasting.
Like right off the top of my head, like if I just pulled like 3 names out of history,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you would have to go with like Angle, you'd have to go with like Steamboat, Mr. Perfect, Benoit, like Malenko, Guerrero, like maybe not Guerrero, but all those guys could really benefit from, or elevate that whole idea of no punches, limited rope breaks, that kind of thing. Is there anybody that from the past, like way back past, that you could think of that would fit that niche? I mean, maybe like a Bobby Eaton, maybe.
Bobby would be decent. He did punch a lot.
Yeah,
But I'd say Lord Steven Regal right off the
Regal
bat.
would be awesome. That's for sure.
The other one I had thought about, because I still say he's being wasted in AEW, he does nothing, but Cabana's an awesome
Cabana,
technical
yep.
wrestler.
Yep.
They never concentrate on that. They're too worried about hee ha ha. But damn, Cabana's an awesome wrestler.
But if you've been wrestling for 20 years,
I
you'd
know,
be
I
okay
get
with
it,
the
but
hee-hee
you're
ha-ha.
asking, is there somebody that could pay off from it? Yes, him. I think Nick Aldis would be really,
Nick
really
Aldis,
cool.
I could see that.
If Cody would quit trying to be a movie star, I think he could do really well at pure
Yeah.
titles.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, if there's AEW, if I'm pulling somebody, I mean, I don't know, like
I'll tell you somebody from ECW.
Jungle Boy, maybe.
Yeah, kind of. He's more lucha. But yeah, I could
I mean,
see it.
that
He
works,
could work it,
you
yeah.
know.
I'll tell you somebody from the old ECW. I'd like to see Jerry Lynn. 'Cause Jerry Lynn was a hell of a wrestler.
Yeah, Jerry could be cool. Jamie Noble would be awesome.
Jamie.
I mean, he was Ring of Honor champion one time,
Yeah.
so I don't know if he technically fits into that. Jerry Lynn was too.
Think about this. When Jamie Noble won the belt, he was wearing a rebel flag, and now you can't wear a rebel flag.
Unless you're the Briscoes, then you can, because they still
But
do.
I'm just saying. I was thinking about
He also had
the
a John
way-
Deere tractor.
the stuff that has changed in the last few years. But yeah, Jamie was an awesome wrestler. Still is. He just has a messed up neck.
Yeah.
Um,
Christian York, maybe.
yeah.
That's a blast from the past.
And another one I really thought about was Mike Quackenbush. I know he's got in trouble and called some people names or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, he's a bully.
But as far as like his wrestling ability, he fits right there.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
And I know you don't like this guy, but I'll sure say it because he's a good wrestler. But Eddie Kingston. Eddie knows how to work that pure
Yeah,
stuff.
but he
doesn't
punches,
do
too.
it, but
Like-
okay, but that's what I'm saying. But he can do it. He's even proved he can do it to turn around and just go, hey, yeah, screw this. But if you had to push him and he couldn't, and he's only allowed that one punch.
Yeah, he would definitely make the most of the one
You
punch.
see what I'm saying?
I give Eddie that. He would make
Yes.
the most of one punch.
Yeah. Delirious did the damn punch in the match. Right toward the end, he's like, fuck it. Whop! Nailed him and tried to pin him. Or he set him up for like some
Shadows
moves.
over
But,
Hades.
but it didn't work. Homeboy Rocky got him. But Rocky
Yeah.
really fits it.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
So
Is there any local guys that you would see?
around here,
I mean, to me, Wes Warren would be like that. Would be my number one to go to.
no, not
For
me.
that-
I like Wes, but he if he had a little more, a little more year on him. But,
Yeah. A little more seasoning.
actually, damn it, what's his name? The Roll Tide,
Frankie.
Frankie. I watched Frankie one day. You had a trainee called Kid, and they were just trading back and forth with wrestling moves, and he wasn't punching. And I was like, that was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen Frankie do, and it was just like a training session.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see him do that.
What about like?
And if I had to pick anybody else,
Adam Priest.
yeah, Adam Priest or
Adam Priest would be good.
Malik Avalon, which we ain't seen him in years.
We
but
haven't seen him in years.
Malik
He
is
would
a
be good.
freaking awesome wrestler.
Also known as AC Brown.
Yeah, AC Brown.
That would be cool. So let's. If you could throw one guy in there to like disrupt. Remember, like Christopher Daniels would go against the handshake,
Mm-hmm.
the code of honor. If you had one guy to like just kind of throw in there to like, I'm getting disqualified every time, but I'm gonna keep fighting. You know what I mean? Like, screw the rules. Like, who would it be?
You mean active now?
It doesn't
Or
have to be
period?
active. I mean, it could be. Necro Butcher?
God, no.
Abyss?
I don't even know if he knows any actual technical
That's the
wrestling.
point. Like,
Well, I get it, but I mean, I would want
Like to
somebody.
disrupt
It
it, you
would
know what I
seem
mean?
like they could go with it, but then all of a sudden they just said to hell with it.
I think Eddie Kingston would be
Eddie
that guy. Like,
was probably the one I'm thinking of, to be honest with you. I was actually thinking him or Joseph Parks, because like all of a sudden Joseph
from the
he
lawyer to
goes
the.
from the accountant to the abyss out of the blue and just starts
Yeah.
kicking the shit out of you.
That's funny.
So yeah. I'll tell you somebody, and I've even seen him have a technical match, and it wasn't pretty, but it was him. But Kane,
Was that him in the Big Show?
him and Big Show were trying.
Yeah.
They worked an arm one night, and everybody was bragging on that match. Oh, but they worked it. I was like, but in the end, it had nothing to do with the finish.
We just want to show you we could.
Like, that was it, and it wasn't pretty because it's two giants trying to work an arm, but they did do it.
Right.
But that would be kind of interesting.
Yeah. Well, let us know who you think would be somebody from the past, present, or future that could be really good in ROH's Pure Division.
Now I know somebody that likes that style, but I don't know if he could pull it off.
Who?
Your guy with the bear suit. What's his?
Ursa Major?
Ursa Major. We have a whole interview before he got stir deserved in his brain, and yeah, he was telling me how much he loved technical wrestling.
Well, maybe
Can you walk the walk and talk the talk?
if Jim reprograms him to be a technical wrestler, that
there
may
you
would
go.
work. So, yeah, guys, let us know who you think in the comments, and until next time,
Watch wrestling.
watch wrestling.